Ndinoda kuti nyika isiwe vanhu vangu inguva yedu hatingatadzi kubudirira Mwari ari parutivi pedu rambai muchirwa My hitters gon' die, don't die, the real hitters gon' shine and my people gon' rise, 'cause we're born to win, I ain't saying but I'm saying
Loyalty's my favorite characteristic of God, but finding it in it is hard. It's like trying to find God. You're the only one in your camp with cheese. You pay for everything they eat. Man, that insecurity is deep. Now I ain't said no names. These are just theories. If you hear me, baby, it's home. You must admit it's kinda eerie, baby. Like them chemtrails in the sky. Ain't the selling the slaves, kinda like the combines. We say everything in moderation, but don't do it in moderation. The lies of a gluttonous generation. 10-year-old girl in.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. We got a pretty interesting show for you today because I get to do a deep dive when Noni Irving is in the building. Of course, she is the founder of the Kwanzaa Awards. So we're going to be talking about that later on in the show. But I just want to tell y'all, of course, it's the top of the show, right? So it's a great time for you to tag and share the stream. Go ahead, tag and share the stream with folks you feel could benefit from a daily dose of dopeness, right here on The Day with Trae. If you can't watch us, you can always listen to us anywhere you find your favorite podcast. Just search Converge Media Network and The Day with Trae. Y'all will find me on Google, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, you name it. Whichever one is your favorite, just search us and you guys will find us there. Well, I'm always giving you guys some encouragement at the end of every show to see yourself as a part of the solution. And I want to start giving you guys some actual opportunities to do just that. There's going to be some collective action taking place next week on December 1st at Aramark. I got the address here because I want y'all to know it's the Aramark location in Kent, 7810 South 228th Street in Kent, Washington, on December 1st, Thursday, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Workers are going to be out there, and they're just asking that people who can, if you're available, you got that time, if you live in Kent, if you don't mind driving down there, go stand in solidarity with these workers. It's a great way to see yourself as a part of the solution. And if you care about workers' rights, if you care about the solidarity of the worker and labor movement, you can join in on this amazing opportunity to see yourself as a part of the solution. It means oftentimes getting out of the comfort of our homes, getting out into the community, and being a part of something that is larger and grander than ourselves. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew about that. There's also another action going to be taking place there on December 7th from 10:30 to 11 a.m. So, this is one of those things for me. When I hear about these opportunities, I'm like, man, how beautiful would it be for an employer to see that workers have the connection of people in the community, from the community, who are willing to stand alongside them and ensure that they are getting what they need. And this is really, happens a lot of times in union negotiations and in labor movement where, people are saying, look, all of us are feeling the cost of inflation. We're feeling it when it comes to our gas tanks, our grocery stores, our electric bills. I mean, we're feeling it in all kinds of sectors. And so these workers are saying, look, we need some wage increases to accompany all of this inflation. A lot of folks are finding, not just at Aramark, but all over the country, are finding that it's harder to keep up with certain things. Even me, I've been like, okay, I tell my sons, we got to make some adjustments. You guys, when it comes to groceries, you guys are used to having all these snacks in the house and you guys eat through them so quickly. Of course, 2 growing boys, right? But I'm like, look, we got to make some adjustments, y'all. And we also can't be eating out all the time. We got to buy more groceries and use that money to implement the pantry and to make sure y'all have what you need. But, it's on individual families to have these kind of conversations and make these adjustments. But I do think it's important that large-scale employers understand that they too have an opportunity to really ensure that their workers are being cared for. So this is kind of just a way for y'all to stand in solidarity with them. I'll try to keep mentioning this because I know this is happening next week and the week after, but I just wanted to give you guys an opportunity to actually see yourself as a part of the solution, not just encourage you, but give you an actual action to do. So again, this is just an opportunity for those who want to stand in solidarity. It's on December 1st, right there at Aramark in Kent. Make sure you guys go check that out if you guys can. Stand in solidarity, march with them, hear their story, talk to workers, build a connection. It'll be a great opportunity to see yourself as a part of the solution. Well, after this short break, we got a little clip we want to share with you guys. Just going a little bit of a throwback today before we get to the holiday tomorrow. Stay tuned after this short break. You're watching The Day with Trae.
COVID-19 hurt my income, my health, and my family. We were about to lose our home when we heard we might be eligible for homeowner assistance funds from the government. We called 1-877-894-HOME, and a housing counselor stepped in, talked to our lender, and saved our home. Federal funding details at washingtonhaf.org. That's washingtonhaf.org.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Trae Holiday. We're bringing back Black Love When We Met. That's right. We need something to warm all of our hearts and to elevate love once again in our communities. We want y'all to go to whereweconverge.com/Black Love so y'all can nominate your favorite couple for the next rendition of this show with me as the host. Let me sit down and have them on my couch and share how their love can inspire us all. Make sure y'all go and get your nominations in today and be on the lookout for Black Love When We Met coming at you on Converge Media very soon.
A world of wonder awaits at Pacific Northwest Ballet's The Nutcracker. Treat your loved ones to the Northwest's favorite holiday tradition at Seattle Center's McCall Hall. Tickets start at $27. Visit pnb.org.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. I just wanted to dive in because, of course, I could not let this season go by without having a special throwback to where we were last year. Check it out.
The Converge family flew here to Belize almost 1 week ago on a mission to learn about and uplift the mighty Garifuna people and their culture. In the days since we landed, not only have we been immersed in a rich cultural vibrancy, we've braved the surf and dug the sand and ascended to bear witness in ancient cultures and live like true Belizeans. The art, the legacy, the peace, the freedom, the food and the dance, and of course the mighty beating of the talking drum. From the Converge Media family here in Belize City, Belize, to our Converge family in Seattle and around the world, we wish you a happy, happy Thanksgiving.
Put no country above you, cause you teach me the things I need to learn up in my life. Sweet, sweet Belize, I miss you. I can't wait just to
Oh, of course. Y'all know last year, for those of you who have been following us and being a supporter of us for a long time, you know we were down there in Belize last year. And of course, here we are saying, wow, already that was a year ago. Time definitely flies. But we wanted to send a huge shout out to everybody who made that trip possible. Of course, the Belize Tourism Board and Alaska Airlines partnering with us was such a huge deal for us, and they took care of us when we landed down there in Belize. I also want to encourage y'all. I mean, if you're thinking about, where you can go and, hey, I don't want to be on a bunch of different planes, Alaska Airlines does have a direct flight right here from Seattle, Washington, all the way to Belize. It's roughly about 6 hours. And wow, you're in the Belizean warmth of air. Yeah, we did experience some rain, but it wasn't a lot. And I promise you, it was still warm. So it's great opportunity for you to get out there and get some sunshine and experience the culture of Belize, which was so rich. As Jules said there in that commercial, we experienced the food and the people and the dance and the drum. It was just amazing our entire time there. Thanks to all of the Converge crew who came out there. We had a ton of people with us. It was amazing. But honestly, we all were working really hard out there to capture the experience so that y'all could experience it alongside us. So shout out to everybody who came. Shout out to everybody who helped make it happen. Well, after this short break, I'm really excited. I get to sit down with Noni Irving. She's in the building. She's going to be telling us about this year's Kwanzaa Awards. Stay tuned, you guys. After this short break, you're watching The Day with Trae.
Habari Gani. My name is Noni Irving, and I am the creator and founder of Kinara Park Kids, as well as the president of our sister nonprofit, Black for Charities, a 501c3 fiscally sponsored by Shunpike. Together, we are hosting the Kwanzaa Awards because it is important that we acknowledge and recognize the contributions and efforts of individuals and organizations who are showing us what the Kwanzaa principles look like throughout the year. The nomination window is open October 1st to November 30th, and yes, you can submit more than one nomination. Eligibility is simple. Individual award recipients must identify as Black, African American, or Pan-African, and organization award recipients must be 100% Black owned if for-profit or 100% Black led if nonprofit.
Join us this holiday season at the Fifth Avenue Theater and feel the power of love overflowing with The Wiz. Filled with soaring soul and R&B songs, it's an effervescent explosion of music, dance, and magic your whole family will love. Ease on down the yellow brick road with Dorothy as she learns home isn't really where you live, it's who you love. The Wiz at the Fifth Avenue Theater, November 19th through December 23rd. Tickets at fifthavenue.org.
Will you marry me, baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put this on you.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Trae Holiday. We're bringing back Black Love When We Met. That's right. We need something to warm all of our hearts and to elevate love once again in our communities. We want y'all to go to whereweconverge.com/Black Love so y'all can nominate your favorite couple for the next rendition of this show with me as the host. Let me sit down and have them on my couch and share how their love can inspire us all. Make sure y'all go and get your nominations in today and be on the lookout for Black Love When We Met coming at you on Converge Media very soon. Welcome back, everybody, to The Day with Trae. I'm going to tell y'all right now, that Black Love When We Met season 2 commercials got me feeling so warm and fuzzy inside. Please make sure you guys go to the website and nominate your favorite couples. As I'm watching that right there, I'm thinking about all of the updates from the couples that we shared in the last season. So please make sure you guys, nominate folks. We want to be able to say, wow, we got such an overflow of nominations that we got to think about extending this out, because people just really took to this show. And I'm so grateful for everybody who's really poured into it. So we're looking forward to getting your nominations on deck. But of course, I'm here to talk with Noni Irving. She's also doing some nominations right now. What's up, Noni? How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. It's your first time in my living room set.
I know. I'm going to try to be still because, I'm ready to kick my feet up here.
That's right. Well, I'll say this. I mean, this is year 2 of Kwanzaa Awards. Tell us how this year has been, because I know even the last time we spoke, you were like, look, we're already planning for next year. How has it been going so far?
Well, I'll start off with being grateful for a successful Kwanzaa Awards year 1. We had 16 award recipients, 8 individuals, 8 organizations, some who we knew, some who we just met, all who we love. And really that's what the Kwanzaa Awards is about. It's about loving and just letting people know that we see you. We thank you for loving us in the work that you do. Thank you for continuing to do the work, right? And a lot of the award recipients said, I was going through a really rough time and that really uplifted me, or I've been doing this for 30 years and I've never been acknowledged. So we're going to continue this work.
Wow. This right here for me is something that's so seriously of the people for the people. And I appreciate that, because when you think about how we uplift and live the Kwanzaa principles, this is a great grand example of that. How has it been in terms of you hearing feedback from people who were able to nominate and the community at large about the impact the Kwanzaa Awards had on them as well?
Well, I'm grateful because this year we wanted to really include the previous award recipients and let them share their reflections of what it felt like. I think it's so good to hear, because we all have so many ideas, right? Each of us, and we have things that we want to do to improve community or family or our own environment. But when we have a chance to hear how that impact actually lands from the people who are affected by it, I think it's really powerful. Our goal for the Kwanzaa Awards is not to stay contained, but to let it grow organically, right? Everyone who's involved, those that say, hey, you know what, you should consider doing this. You come on and be part of the planning committee, Hey, we'd like to nominate these individuals or organizations. Nominate as many as you like. And it comes down to the nomination, right? It's about quantity and quality, right? Mm-hmm. But mostly quality. It's not like, something formal. It's not about perfection. It's about really just sharing what it is about this individual, this organization that touched you this year, that they've been doing over these many years. Or if you're not familiar with Kwanzaa, that's okay. In the nomination form, the definitions are all there. We give some guidance on this principle includes these kinds of organizations doing this kind of work. And we're trying to make Kwanzaa less abstract and a once a year kind of thing, mm-hmm. to just seeing how it shows up every day. That's mm-hmm. really what it's about every day.
Well, you know what? That's really important, because I think there's so many different individuals and organizations that live the Kwanzaa principles, whether they know it or not. So I love that this is very specific to say, let's really uplift those who are doing that work. And to hear stories about like, man, I've been in this for 30 years and never got this kind of recognition. It's true. They say oftentimes a lot of community-based work sometimes goes thankless because people are just like, oh, that's what you do. They get used to like a person or organization just showing up like that. And there's not always that opportunity to recognize the impact that that individual organization has had on the community at large. And so I also heard some great feedback from so many people who were like, man, right after the ceremony, they're just like, oh my gosh, that really impacted me just to watch it, right? whether they nominated someone or not, whether they were in, the winnings or not, there were people who were like, just to see that we could uplift each other and love each other that way, that was very powerful for folks. And I am so grateful, because I remember you talking about this and I was just like, oh my God, this is a phenomenal idea, but it's so necessary and it really fills a void. And we know that you have a committee, you have a whole team behind you. How has it been for all of you guys to be working diligently this year to ensure the Kwanzaa Awards goes off without a hitch?
Well, we, shout out to Dancing in the Rain Media, right? Brother Daryl Glover and them, his whole team, really appreciate them. Also, we always feed the film crew, right? So Rooted with Imani Blake has been great. Our planning committee is really a slim crew. It's really, and what have found is it's easy to get caught up in the making things more complicated and trying to make things better and better. But we really had to step back and say, let's just really keep it simple. It really is about the Nguzo Saba, the 7 principles, right? Unity and self-determination. And essentially the Kwanzaa Awards is Kujichagulia. It is our deciding and creating for ourselves and naming ourselves. We decide which awards are ours, when we want to give those awards, who we want to give those awards to. This year, part of the planning committee said, hey, can we do a special award? It's our awards, why not? So we are going to be doing a special honoring of the Ancestors Award to a very special ancestor, local community member who is now among the ancestors who we all love. And I think being able to invite community in to reflect on her contribution is really powerful. We are only limited by, we're not limited by a lack of creativity, right? We may be limited by finances, but only for a moment, because we are, as we begin to really focused in and daily live the Kwanzaa principles, right? Ujamaa, where we are cycling our finances in community and relationship with each other, right? The Adinkra symbol for Ujamaa, which is cooperative economics, is a symbol that means intimacy. And I love to use that one for example, because that means if we are intimate in our finances, I trust you, you trust me, we do business together, that means that I will be mindful and thoughtful of you in all of my financial transactions, right? I will be thinking of you in what's in your best interest in my financial transactions. That means contracts and all of that. Whether there's an upset, we are considering each other. And so to me, that is powerful. That is a game changer. And all of our business every day as we begin to do this and build this, it's an opportunity for us to really just write our own narrative, right? Converge is very much doing that. Converge is kind of Nguzo Saba, right? And all of the work that you all do collectively and individually. So I'm really grateful. If I wanted to say one thing today about the Kwanzaa Awards, it would be we want to do more, because I feel like the Kwanzaa Awards is an example of what these principles look like throughout the year, but it's right after Kwanzaa, so everyone is really mindful of Kwanzaa and thinking, hey, let's maybe do this every day or year round, right? But it's cold. So the thought of gathering elders and community members when it's icy and snowy doesn't sound like a good idea in person. So, hey, let's have a summer award reception. Hey, let's also have a marketplace so that our businesses can come, and it'll be a family day, young people, and then have a award reception at the end, and let the gathering, it's the in-gathering, right? Of bringing community together, being able to see each other, be with each other. To me, it's just continual. There really is no stopping in. And the fun part is being able to create. So love creating with community, love being able to say, yeah, why not? Let's try it. Right?
Yeah.
So just a lot of fun.
Well, you're absolutely right too, that you have the space to figure out like, yeah, okay, a special award, let's do it. Right. There's something so significant about ownership. And I've talked about this a lot of times, but we see in a lot of Western culture, unfortunately, the ownership piece gets lost. And so the message unfortunately gets lost. But I love that this is really owned by community in a sense of, it's not something that, a grant said, okay, we'll let you do this and you have these parameters, right? It's like you were like, look, we got to do this and we got to do it our way. And that is definitely how Converge moves, right? We're like, we got to tell stories our way. We really do. And we realize that, wow, okay, not only is the community at large kind of really experiencing it, but now we got people all over the globe who are like, oh man, Converge, we see y'all, what y'all doing. It's important for us to know that we're doing something that is impactful, but it's great and affirming to hear, like you said, from others who are experiencing it, that is impactful. And that's really what I see the Kwanzaa Awards doing and being. But I also love these ideas of how to expand it and how to bring it into other seasons throughout the year and how to bring us together as a community. I'm experiencing the power of having our own marketplaces. Again, ownership is key. When you got a bunch of Black-owned businesses, you're inevitably recreating Black Wall Streets with every marketplace by circulating Black dollars, by doing the work together. So it really is a reflection of Kwanzaa principles, which y'all know me, y'all see me out there shopping. I totally enjoy, right? Every Wednesday, I'm using Queen Care's lavender body wash. Their sugar scrub, not body wash, but their scrub. And for me, I'm like, I was like, okay, lavender is my day for Wednesday. So I'm going to use their stuff on Wednesdays. And I promise you, I feel the love every time on Wednesday. So this is powerful to me because I want to always find ways to uplift what we're doing. And I just thank you so much for pouring into this effort, for being the founder of this, for bringing it out into community and allowing community to be a part of the process. You've been very open. Like you said, hey, you got some great ideas, bring them in. Let's figure out how we can implement them over time. I love that you're taking it in increments as well, so that you don't take on too much and then realize you've made it more complicated for yourself than it has to be. Us in community, we're happy with the way that it went last year. I'll tell you that. Like, people were just ecstatic to be a part of it, to be there. And I know y'all saw this, but people weren't dropping off. Like, people were staying on until the end, which was so great. And it was a real testament to how powerful it was and impactful it was for folks. Make sure you look right there and let folks know how they can catch up with you, how they can do the nominations until next week. The window is closing, so people got to get it in. Let them know how they connect.
All right. Well, we hope that you can join us for the Kwanzaa Awards. They will be live on the Saturday after Kwanzaa, January 7th, 2023. But the nomination window is open until the end of November. Go to KwanzaaAwards.org, KwanzaaAwards.org.
Oh, wow. Congratulations, Noni. This is huge. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Oh, goodness, you guys. I'm telling you, warm. It's all warm up in here. I don't care what it's doing outside. It's a lot of warmth in here. I get to wrap all this up right after this short break, y'all. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Within sports, you learn so many life lessons that'll help you be successful in any area that you plan to pursue. So I remember being a kid in Spokane and going to camps like this with my friends and just having a blast, and that's really when I fell in love with this game. Hopefully, we're doing the same and inspiring some of these kids to keep going on this journey.
Especially as a girl growing up, like you see a lot of boys at these camps, but like just seeing like more and more girls start at a younger age, it makes me happy.
We had to have funding, right? We cannot do this work without the necessary resources available so that our kids can thrive. Without resources, we can't see kids play and play to their potential.
How we can ensure that basketball in our communities is sustainable. Funding is a big part of it. I think working with the right groups, and this was the opportunity I think that kick-started that, and we're really excited about any opportunities to just keep moving it forward.
It was just an awesome opportunity to show what this community can do, what basketball energy they can bring. Being able to work with the Seattle Sports Commission, work with the King County Play Equity Coalition, we were able to bring big basketball energy to Tukwila Community Center and hopefully use this as a launching point and able to get more funding for them in the future.
The kids get to see me, get to see, all the rest of the guys who did it all in the area of Washington, Seattle area. So being able to give back to them and let them know that, they can chase their dreams too.
This is a fundamental right of all kids, that they have the right to play, which isn't always available to all of our kids in our communities.
We got next to ensure kids always have a place to play, compete, and have fun.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Day with Trae. I want to, of course, thank my guest, Noni Irving, for being here. It is so inspiring. Y'all know I was going to use that word, of course, but it's so true. What Noni is giving to community, what she's doing, what she's bringing for all of us to be able to participate in the Kwanzaa Awards is nothing less than adventurous, specific to our community, and full of love. So I just want to thank Noni for being here and for giving us the opportunity to participate in the Kwanzaa Awards. Make sure you guys go to KwanzaaAwards.org, get your nominations in by November 30th. Of course, like she said, the window is open until then, and nominate as many times as you want. It's really important that we uplift people while they are here with us, give them their flowers now, of course, but also that we find the ways to really be inspired by those who are living the Kwanzaa principles on a daily basis. So get your nominations in, y'all. For me, I want to thank you guys for watching today. We know tomorrow is family time, so we're taking the rest of the week off right here on the Day with Trae. I want to give the crew some time to chill, myself as well. It is, built on something that a lot of folks are really learning. Well, what does Thanksgiving really mean? But ultimately, I think so many of us have understood this as time to be with family and be thankful for what we have. So I will that you all out there get some amazing, loving time with your families. Remember the things that you are thankful for. Be grateful that you are here, breathing breath in a life body, that you get to enjoy your family members, and always be thinking of those who came before you, those who were with you, who may have passed on, and those that are coming in the future as your family grows. For us, until Monday, y'all, at 11 a.m. Peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.